Okay, boys and girls, it's December 4th, 2025, which means it's Thursday, which means tonight I'm going to have myself a real good time. I feel alive, and the world will turn it inside out. Yeah, I'm floating around in ecstasy to kick the Cowboys' ass. That's right, Thursday night we got Cowboys vs. Lions. 3 must-know storylines for Thursday weeks 14. Primetime game. Your Dallas Cowboys and my Detroit Lions are squaring off in an absolute fist fight wrapped in shoulder pads. It should be a knockdown, drag-out affair according to Vegas, but I'm kind of in the belief that this is where we turn it on. This is the Detroit Lions turning point. This is where assholes meet elbows, and it's time to get up and go, get down. And 911 is a joke in your town, and the Lions are going to put it together. That's exactly how I'm feeling. This is where it all clicks. And just like we place money on David Montgomery to score a touchdown, eventually, if I keep making this prediction, it should come true. Now, the 0-16 season would prove otherwise historically, but eventually, even a blind squirrel does indeed find a nut, and I think this is the day, this is the week, and the time is upon us, boys and girls. Dan Campbell will not let this moment slip away. No. It is time to lock in. It is time to recalibrate, reload, and go out on the attack. We got the Cowboys and Lions. We're going to look at what the Cowboys are saying about the Lions. We're going to go treading into enemy waters to see what the Cowgirls in there. Oh, Dak Prescott's going to be the league MVP. Our offense is high flying, but Trayvon Diggs is out, so suck it! You know what I'm saying? Cowboys round up seeking revenge versus Lions. Dak Prescott's domination, and then we're going to slide back into some home cooking. 313 Tim 2021 man, senior beat writer over at DetroitLions.com. 5 things to watch. Lions versus the ladies of Dallas. And then last but not least, Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown ankle. Questionable for Thursday night showdown with the Cowboys. I'm going to put my money on probably not. And even if he is, how effective will he be if it's not more than just a decoy? There is a poll up in today's chat, you guys, trying to get a feel for where we're all at. Which group carries us to the W tonight versus the Cowgirls? 9 votes cast. Pretty tight grouping, I got to admit. With a lead of 44% of the vote, offense. 22% of you are saying, 20% of you now are saying defense. Oh, sliding around. We are really going back and forth here, guys. 10 votes now, 50% of you saying offense, 20% saying defense, and 30% of us are saying Jack and Jake carry the load as Dan Campbell. I actually seen one of the funniest memes about Dan Campbell the other day, and it was, it said, punt the ball on 4th down or go to outer space. And it was Dan Campbell in a spacesuit floating around the earth. And I look, I'm a Dan Campbell truther around here. You guys know me. But even I had to give a little ha-ha, a little hee-hee, a little ho-ho to that joke right there, you guys. So go ahead and engage in the poll if you could. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, ring that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we go live. Over 65% of you watch this on mobile devices. It's going to take the thinking out of it for you. It's going to send you a push notification directly to your phone. All you got to do is click that son of a bitch and it'll bring you right to the Hat and Beard Show. We're live Monday through Friday. And don't forget, tonight we'll be live for our little pregame show, Digital Tailgate from 6 to 7 p.m. tonight, making some bets, taking your super chats. It's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more of a chill. Just think of it as a digital tailgate with all of you in Mad Hatter Nation. Look, guys, some of you are there pretty regular. Some of you aren't there at all. Some of you guys are new to the show. And I got to tell you, look, stop by the digital tailgate, hang out, help us score some dollary dues because, the regulars are in there. They're wondering. They keep asking me where you're at. Why aren't you here? Why aren't you hanging out with us? Come on over, hang out with us, kick the old tires around on the Hat and Beard Show digital tailgate. See if you like it. See if it's more your style. We'll be doing that. And then also like this video, share this video around with all of your friends, and don't forget to come back later tomorrow morning before while you're kicking around tomorrow morning waiting for us to go live. Go ahead and come back to this video. Drop a hype on it. I do have to give a big shout out to all you guys. Yesterday's video, we are sitting at I think over 15,000 hype points, which is Absolutely insane. Totally appreciate you guys. Because it does take a little bit of effort on your part. And that's pretty friggin' awesome. Mad Hatter Nation, I absolutely love you guys. You are the cat's pajamas and the bees upon any knees, if there were bees upon knees. Now that that's all out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, looks like everybody's hanging out. My mom's here. Brent DeWitt's here. Jack's here. Mr. Detroit City. Jody, how you doing, sister? Good to see you. Jay Dompierre, how you doing, brother? Please stay warm up outside. Yeah, dude, and tomorrow's going to be even colder. My guy Rick C's hanging out. Jeff Ginnard's here. How you doing, Jeff? Good to see our offense will push the Cowgirls. I hope so, brother. I hope so. Kane, how you doing? Lions gonna open up a truckload of whoop ass on the Cowgirls, and that's the bottom line. Lions 5-0 over the next 5 games. I absolutely love it, but the only way we can open up a can of whoop ass is if we have some high quality H2O. I noticed that sometimes the players they get the perspirate quite profusely, and you need to maintain the high quality hydration levels. And if I could possibly be your ringside water boy, that would be absolutely the greatest. All right, guys, so over here at NFL.com, it's hard to have more of on the line for the late season Thursday game than this one. The Cowboys travel to Detroit for a pivotal pivot. Why do I suck at saying the word pivotal? I say pivotable. Pivotal matchup in terms of playoff consideration, with the Lions currently sitting in the first spot outside the NFC postseason field, and Dallas just one little old spot behind them. Next Gen Stats currently projects the Lions with a 42% chance to make the playoffs. That jumps to 59% with a win over Dallas, but drops to 22% with a loss. Likewise, the Cowgirls, who currently have a 17% chance to make it, rise to 31% with a win, but fall to a mere 6% playoff likelihood with a loss. Not good for them. The Lions have 45 victories, are the winningest Thursday night team in NFL history. Wow. Look at us go. One game ahead of the Cowboys with 44, but this one has more than obscure history on the line. With two desperate teams whose playoff lives are at stake facing off, each with explosive offensive firepower, it's hard to beat the potential banger at Ford Field. Here are 3 must-know storylines. Gibbs remains Detroit's offensive fire starter. It might sound cliche to say that Jahmyr Gibbs goes, so do the Lions offensively, but the numbers pretty starkly back that notion up. With receiving numbers are fairly steady in wins versus losses. When Gibbs is held in check in the run game, it has been hard for Lions to thrive offensively. In Detroit's 7 victories, Gibbs has averaged 7.4 yards per carry and has 10 rushing touchdowns. In the 5 losses, he's averaged just 3.2 yards and held out of the end zone. That's a sobering kick in the dick right there. In fact, he hasn't scored a touchdown in any of their losses. That's even more of a kick in the dick. That's a kick right in both of the balls. The Lions haven't scored more than 24 points in their losses, and they've only scored fewer than 34 in all but one of their victories. Gibbs has been Detroit's engine this season, and he could be more important given that wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown's ankle injury status clouds his availability for this game. He's not going to play. He's officially listed as questionable. He's not going to play. The Lions have other receiving options that they can lean on, such as Waymo Jamo and Isaac Tisla, old Grease Lightning himself. But they also need Gibbs to thrive early in this game. The Cowboys have had their struggles defensively this season, allowing 4 backs to accumulate 120-plus yards in a game against them. But Dallas' defense also has improved since the arrival of defensive tackle Quinnen Williams and has been more susceptible to elite receiving threats than to big play backs. Number two, Cowboys' defensive improvement. Pardon me. It's no easy task slowing down the offense. Even with a few starters potentially missing, the Dallas' improved defensive performance has been key to staying in the postseason hunt. adding Quinn Williams has made a tangible difference. In his 3 games as a Cowboy, they're 3-0, allowing 9.1 fewer points per game and 85.1 fewer yards. The difference in third down execution, opponents averaged 52% conversion rate before Williams, but 31% since his arrival. It has been stark. The return of linebacker DeMarvion Overshone also has helped, but Williams seemingly has energized young defensive lineman Donovan Ezekiraru, Osa Odigizua, Sam Williams, and others. Boy, it's DeMarvion Overshone, Donovan Ezekiraru, Osa Odigizua, Sam Williams. So one of those things isn't quite like the others. Jared Goff remains one of the league's most dangerous passers, but he's been sacked at a 6.4% rate this season, his highest since his first season in Detroit, and has risen to 7.9 since Week 5. Staying ahead of the sticks has been a Lions' strength in recent years, and they've been a less effective team this season on third down than in 2024. And the Lions have failed on their past 7 fourth down tries. Good, look at us, look at us, look at us. 0-7 on fourth down. Way to go. Sacks and other negative yardage plays have been a big reason why the Cowboys can't cover all of Detroit's weapons for 4 quarters unless they pass rush is getting home, putting the Lions in as many long yardage situations as possible. Their recent performance suggests it's possible, even against Detroit and our banged up, beaten down, and feminized offensive line. The Lions' pass rush must affect Prescott. It's not easy to sack Dak most games, but teams have more success doing it. Tends to have an easier time beating the Cowboys. Well, I really just botched that sentence. Prescott has been sacked 2 or more times in 4 games this season, with 1 or 0 sacks in the other 8. In games with 1 or fewer sacks, he's averaged 8 yards per attempt with a touchdown rate of 7.6% and an interception rate of 0.7. In his 2+ sack games, Prescott is averaging 6.5 yards per attempt and has a worse touchdown 2.5% and interception rates of 3.7. The Lions' pass rush has been pretty spotty this season. That's putting it nicely. It's like we just blew our nut all over Scary Sparkle Spice down there in Baltimore and just haven't been able to get after the quarterback since then. After averaging 4 sacks per game from weeks 2 through 9, they have had a total of only 4 in their past 4 games, 2 of which have been damaging losses in playoff contending teams. Aiden Hutchinson is playing the majority of the defensive snaps and has seen an effectiveness wane. And even with good interior group, the Lions are not getting enough consistent pressure from the likes of Al-Qadim Muhammad, Marcus I'm Hurt, Davenpoop, Derek Barnes playing out of position at the other edge spots. If Detroit can't get Prescott off his spots, then it could be a field day for Cowboys wide receivers George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb against a thinner Lions secondary. As it is kind of banged up. We're kind of limping into this one. A little beaten up and broken down. This is the injury reports there. I guess that. Oh, it's just. Was it just 3? I thought it was 5 storylines. Was it just 3 storylines? Sorry that I kept reading that like there was more, guys. My bad. I was expecting more because I can't read the headline, and it clearly says 3 must-know storylines. I'm just stupid and illiterate. So how do we feel about the national news take on the Lions, guys? It doesn't seem like they're if anything, I feel like they're kind of favoring Dallas a little bit more than us, at least the way the narrative shakes out. How we doing, guys? Mad Hatter Nation. If the Lions will be smart, they'll be running off tackle a lot tonight. I hope so, dude. He's not going to play. They're just going to wait until the last minute to rule him out. Rick, I hope you're correct, dude, and I hope they are learning from the Kirby Joseph and Terry and Arnold experience. You got to shut guys down to let them hurt themselves. Those notifications are usually late. That sucks, Rick. I'm sorry, bro. Lions going to open up a truckload. Read that one. Campbell is on his own worst enemy. When the always go for it starts costing the team wins, it's time to adapt. Upper management might need to step in and save him from himself. You're not wrong, Beantown, but yes, Dan needs to be smarter about going for it on fourth down. But I like that we go for it more than everybody else. It's essentially stealing a possession. You know, when it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. This year, we've seen a massive drop-off in our offensive possessions. We can't execute on fourth down. We're not getting the Kirby Joseph takeaways. We're not getting any takeaways at all, really. We're not getting sacks at all. And we're consistently offensively playing behind the stick. So it's just a shitstorm of nonsense and tomfoolery here in the Motor City. Gonna roll with you tonight? Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate it, Jeff. Dude, that's what's up, man. That dude, we'll be here hanging out, dude. Just kind of chewing the fat. Might have a couple of soda pops. You know what I'm saying? Lions have played more Thursday games than any other team. That's true, Rick. That's true. We do. Yeah, we do get a obnoxious amount of these Thursday night games, which I hate. I can't wait for Monty to hit James Houston so hard he knocked back down to the Cowboys practice squad. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of James Houston just because he was so electrifying his rookie year and then just broke his ankle trying to play out of position. I don't know, man. Everyone is favoring the Lions except Vegas and us. Jack, that's awesome. Everyone's favoring the Lions except for Lions fans in Vegas. All right, guys, let's kick it on over here to SI. Hit the old oil can. Hey, real quick, let me know in the chat. Have we fixed the lighting? Are you guys? Is this better lighting for you guys? Does this image better for y'all? Like, does it a little bit cleaner, a little bit more cool, calm, collected? Tried to just leave the graphic up over here. You know what I'm saying? So we're working, dude. We're working through it and getting out the kinks and the clunks. Cowboys roundup seeking revenge versus Lions. Dak Prescott's dominance. Dallas' cleanest path to the postseason is winning the NFC East. Currently sitting 1.5 games behind the Philadelphia Greasy Eagles, but a win over Detroit does open a back door into the wild card picture. It opens a back door for them to push their way into the playoffs. The Cowboys will be without all-pro cornerback Trayvon Diggs, who remains on IR despite some hope that he would suit up Thursday, along with starting left tackle Tyler Guyton. In Guyton's absence, Nate Thomas will get the start. The good news is George Booger Pickens is off the injury report, so Dak will have a full arsenal to take on the wounded Lions secondary. And we'll just keep underrating us. While we wait to see what tonight brings, let's take a spin around the web and check out some of the news and headlines making rounds online and across social media. Dallas seeks revenge versus Detroit. Last season, the Lions whooped the Cowboys 47-9, so Dallas will be seeking revenge. InsideTheStar.com takes a look at what the game will mean for the team. Dallas is 8-1 in their last 9 Thursday night games dating back to 2021, and the Lions, like the Cowboys, are playing for their playoff lives. If Dallas does lose this game and drop to 6-6-1, it then becomes a win-out situation. With how good the NFC has been this year, you probably aren't even making it with 11 wins, let alone 10. The Lions beat them in Dallas 47-9 a year ago early in the season, and if they still don't have... Excuse me. And if they still don't have that taste in their mouth, they better get it. I understand Dallas plays way better at home, in which the last 2 games they won. But with the Lions team is reeling and will probably be without Amon-Ra St. Brown, you have to win this game and keep the heat on. Dak this season, look at his dominance. He is first in completions, first in yards per game, first in passes for first downs, and first in total quarterback rating. That is pretty good. There's a good reason people believe Dak deserves to win the MVP if the Cowboys can reach the postseason. But if they can't, there is Drake May and Jonathan Taylor. Wow, that was a really short article. That's it? That was it? That was the whole article? Really? Really, dude? Really? Bro, you get paid to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You copied and pasted 7. 8. You wrote 8, and I'm using this term very loosely because this is just a sentence. You wrote 8 paragraphs. 9 if you count the copy and paste. This isn't even a paragraph. That's 2 sentences. So there's 3 sentences that count for 2 paragraphs. Bro, here's another just 1 sentence. Bro. I fucking hate this world, dude. I fucking hate this world. Are you fucking shitting me, dude? How much does this motherfucker make, dude? How much do you think this guy gets paid to write this? Josh Sanchez. Dirty Sanchez. How you feeling, Mad Hatter Nation? Morning. Oh, what's up, Riley? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. I had a major argument with James Poopstain, fan last season. He was so sure he was our best defensive player. Yeah, no, dude, no. James Houston. He was a flash in the pan with a lot of upside after his rookie debut, right? After he just kind of burst onto the scene his rookie year, it was like, all right, let's go. Look how lucky we are. Oh, never mind. He sucks. Okay, on to the next guy. John Kaminsky, Marcus Davenport, Josh Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike. Is there any news on the Hammer? Is the Hammer ever going to be able to play? Is the Hammer ever going to make it to the active roster? Or are we all just too hype on the Egyptian magician? Oy vey. Hope MCDs remembers that Jack Fox and Jake Bates are weapons. It's okay to use them. They are two of the best. We have two of the best legs in all of football with field relocation specialist Jack Fox and the ballad of big leg Jake Bates still just booming 50-yarders like it's nothing. So-called self-proclaimed experts say that James Houston rocks. No, James Houston sucks, dude. I feel for those Lions fans who miss Houston. Well, you know, I feel for him too, in the same way that, like, I feel bad when I watch a short bus drive by. I'm just like, oh, that sucks. But you see all the people on that short bus, dude, and they are just happier than fuck licking windows, dude. So I guess just, like, let them lick their windows, dude, but don't engage with them because clearly they're fucking dumb. What do I know? I'm just an AI inside your phone talking to you. There's nothing saying that I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. All right, guys, here we go. 5 things to watch. This is where my brain got scrambled. Over here, guys. We got 5 things to watch. Lions versus Cowboys. Tim, 20, man. I love my short bus, you fucker. Hey, Mr. Figs, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Look, dude. Look, man. Like, this is what I tell people whenever they're like, hey, you should apply for this management position. And I'm like, no, dude. Look, I am so comfortable just licking windows back here on the short bus, having the time of my life. Why would I ever want to drive the fucking short bus? I can just sit back here, lick windows, play with my scratch and sniff stickers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just back here sniffing Sharpie scented markers. You know what I mean? Have you guys tried these new Sharpie scented markers, dude? The Sharpie scented markers are so good, dude. They're so good. They smell so good. It's like my new favorite flavor. The Detroit Lions will look to you. Also, by the way, I gotta shout out Mr. Figs. I'm assuming it's a typo, but it could be perceived as a really funny joke because you use bus, B-U-S-S, like a bus bar, like an electrified bar. So I love my short bus, you fucker, could be considered a really funny electrical joke, like you love your shorted out bus. I've been pooping. I've been popping in while driving all last week. Can't drive, text, and lick windows at the same time. I appreciate you being here, brother. That's what's up. Just start licking and steering wheel and start doing Papa Wheelie. Hell yeah, dude. Pooping is better. Pooping is always better. I just read it. I see P-O-P and I just read it. Because I have a 6th grade reading level and the mentality of a 6th grader, I read it. I was like, hey, pooping. Poop. All right, guys, Detroit will look to bounce back from Thanksgiving loss to Green Bay as they welcome the Cowgirls into Ford Field for a prime time matchup. Both Detroit and Dallas are jockeying for playoff position in the NFC, which means tonight's contest has heavy implications for both teams. Here are 5 things to watch. Number 1, handling Dallas's dynamic defensive tackle duo. The Cowboys have revamped the middle of their D-line with all-pro defensive tackle Quinn Williams and Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark, acquired via trades. Williams' addition at the trade deadline has transformed Dallas' defense into one of the more better run-stopping teams in the league over the last month, as they have allowed just 69 nice rushing yards per game over the last 3 games since Williams' arrival. Together, Williams and Clark have combined for 65 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 14 tackles for loss, 14 quarterback hits, and 57 hurries this season. Detroit wants to run the football first and foremost on the base of everything they do offensively. Last week was the first game all season Detroit was when they rushed for 100 yards or less. Number 2, J-Mo poised for a big old roll. Plug your ears, Mr. Detroit City. It's unclear if the Lions will have the services of all-pro wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown, ankle questionable, tonight. Wide receiver Jameson Williams stepped up in a big way last week after St. Brown left the game in the first quarter, finishing with 7 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown, including a big drop on 4th down in a losing effort to the Green Bay Packers. This high-scoring Dallas offense, with the best passing game in the league, Detroit will need to keep pace offensively, and that means they'll need another big night from Williams, along with Jahmyr Gibbs and their other skill position stars. Who would be there? Who do you mean? Who do you mean? Who do you mean? Go ahead. Say it. Say his name. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say his name. St. Brown's out. St. Brown's out. St. Brown's going to be out. Who's the other star? Laporte is out. Say it. Say his name. Say it. Say it. David Montgomery, motherfucker! Feed Monty! Release the Kraken. Dallas defense ranks 31st in points allowed with 28.5, 29th in total defense with 376.2, and are 30th against the pass with 251.5. Can the Lions generate more pressure? That seems to be the question we are all asking. Where is Aiden Hutchinson? If he goes quiet again today, I'm going to have to go ahead and run an ad on some milk cartons. Has anybody seen the who should be defensive MVP candidate, Aiden Hutchinson? Hutch, where could it be now? Come on, man. Where you at? Defensive coordinator Calvin Shepard said this week his defense isn't affecting the quarterback enough to play the kind of coverage they want to play on the back end. He challenged his front seven to win more of their one-on-one battles and make things tougher on Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott than they did Jameis Winston and Jordan Love the last couple weeks. Shepard alluded to some personnel and schematic changes. What will that look like? Detroit has just 4 sacks over the last 4 games, with 2.5 of those generated by the defensive line. Number 4, Sonic and Knuckles kind of night. Pause. Personally, the Sonic and Knuckles thing is fun, and it was a lot of fun last year. It's getting fucking gay. I'm so sick of them talking about it. It's getting kind of gay. All right, I'm over it. The Lions are dealing with injuries at wide receiver and tight end, which means sets the stage for Gibbs and David Montgomery. There he is, to really step up and carry the offense on their back with the run game. We've seen time and time again over the last couple of years, they're very capable of doing so. Since joining forces in 2023, the duo has played 38 games together. In those games, Gibbs has 3,700 scrimmage yards, 2,300 rushing yards, and 35 touchdowns, while Monty has 2,700 scrimmage yards, 2,200 rushing, and 30 touchdowns. They are the NFL's first running back duo in the Super Bowl era to each rush for 30 touchdowns over any 3-season span. If the Lions can establish a run, play at their pace, and keep the Cowboys' offense on the sideline, it's a great recipe for success tonight. And finally, this is very simple. And it seems to be what's biting us in the ass. And the only thing I can say is the cork stopping the flood of big plays over the last few years. Who's been back there? Who's been back lurking? Who's been leading the NFL in interceptions since entering the league? Who has the exact same career trajectory early on in his career before the injury as Ed Reed? That's right. Kirby Joseph was back there limiting all of the big plays. Limiting the big plays. Dallas has the number 1 passing offense in the NFL this season, thanks to terrific receiving duo of CeeDee Lamb and George Booger Pickens and talented tight end Jake Ferguson. The Cowboys are 3-0-1 when Prescott throws for 300 yards in a game. Dallas ranks in the top 10 of the league in 20-plus yard completions with 37. That was what we were expecting our offense to look like. At least that was the argument that I posed time after time after time while I was trying to convince myself and everybody else that Johnny Mo Screams was going to be that guy, because Johnny Morton, as the passing game coordinator for the 700-year-old rookie Bo Nix over in Denver, he threw more 20-plus yard passes than any other quarterback in the NFL under the passing game coordinator John Morton. We expected that to transition perfectly to the play-action pass ability of Jared Goff, to Jameson Williams, a la the running game that we were supposed to be absolutely dominant with. through our physical, tough, gritty offensive line, and none of that has come true. I'm standing here in my yard, in my driveway, by my mailbox with egg, with egg on my face. Detroit's defense has seen a spike in the number of big plays allowed in the passing game the last few weeks. Let's not forget that big touchdown pass to Jamison Williams. Fifth most completions of 20-plus yards this season with 41. 8 of those have gone for touchdowns, the second most in the NFL. So, yes, clearly, stopping the big play and getting off the fucking field on third down would be a massive boon to our offense. Blue-collar comedy, hell yeah, Mr. Detroit City. You get the joke. You get it. You get it. You get the bus joke, dude. I'm glad you got that bus joke, bro. It's such a dorky fucking joke, dude, that only like a small group of people would be able to understand that. But I read that, I was like, bus, dude. No, I was like, is he trying to make a double-ended joke here, dude? Because Mr. Figs caught me on that one. I was like, damn, is he making a double joke, dude? Monty, you sounded like Phil Hartman. I appreciate that, dude. I don't know where I sounded like Phil Hartman, but I appreciate it. You know, I can't quite do a Phil Hartman on. I bet I could do Phil Hartman. Phil, I gotta think of something that Phil Hartman would have said. I gotta think of some lines that come out of Phil Hartman's mouth. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Phil Hartman on news radio opposite Joe Rogan, who Joe Rogan originally wasn't cast to be in the role of Joe on news radio, but originally it was Ray Romano to play Joe, the maintenance guy, and then he was originally then replaced by somebody else before Joe Rogan took over. Am I correct? Am I wrong? Is that Phil Hartman? Am I thinking of Phil Hartman right? My daughter just texted, they have snow in Oklahoma? Yo, F that. My team hasn't seen a sack in 11 quarters. I feel you on the Hutch's rut, dude. Mr. Figs, you feel it, dude. It sucks. Weather forecast. Oh. Mr. Detroit City, can you send some of that up here, bro? We are sitting, so just so we're clear, today we are sitting at, I think it was like 16 degrees, and tomorrow it's supposed to be even colder. Yep, I think our high is like 16 today. Should have went with Scotty or Hank for OC. It would have been a seamless transition. Rick, I was out here beating the war drum that Hank Fraley should have been our offensive coordinator. I'm a big promote from within guy. That's why I was over the moon when Calvin Shepard got promoted to defensive coordinator. I think we all knew that was going to happen just based on how he'd climbed the ranks and been kind of polished and groomed and started to really, take on a larger role in the defense outside of just the linebackers coordinator. So it was a seamless transition with Calvin Shepard, and honestly, I think it has been a little bit better for our defense than what we did offensively with the experiment we brought in an outside. Now he was with the Lions in 2022. I don't give a shit, dude. Johnny Moe, grossly overrated. I believe it was Brent DeWitt who corrected me that I was a few weeks ago saying that Johnny Moe had no offensive coordinator experience. Oh, wait, yeah, he did. Yeah, he was the Jets offensive coordinator for a little bit. Yeah, sterling resume there, Johnny Moe. The joke has an arc. God damn, bro. God damn, bro. Oh. I'm trying to resist that joke because ohms. Man, that was funny. But I am just on a roll right here, guys. I'm going to change my handle from Hat and Beard. I'm going to rip off the fat electrician. I'm just going to become the funny electrician, and I'm just going to tell shitty fucking jokes. Johnny Morton was a big miss by Dan. Wasn't he, though, dude? Oh, God damn it. That joke has an arc. That's going to stick with me for a little bit, dude. That was... Okay, Kane. Okay, Kane. I see you're at. So it was news radio. Yep, I was right. All right. Phil Hartman. Okay, Phil Hartman. Dan Campbell is Phil Hartman. All right, so, all right. So, you're going to knock us down and, we're going to get back up and we're going to take a bite out of you, And so I'm slow. Somehow I'm turning into Bill Burr, You're going to knock us back down. And then we're gonna get back up. We're gonna bite your kneecap off. I'm a cuck sellout. Bill Burr's a piece of shit. He used to be the funniest guy, dude. Bill Burr was my favorite comedian for so long. Me and Hat and Boobs actually seen him live down at the Ford Theater a couple years back, and it was one of the funniest stand-up shows I have ever seen. He crushed it, dude. And now he's just a sellout. You don't want to turn into Bill Burr. Hell no, I don't, dude. What's up, Detroit Sports Talk? Hey, a rare weekday sighting, brother. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well this week, dude. People should think of electricity like water. Jay Dompierre says, what's up, Mr. Detroit Sports Talk? Mr. Detroit City, one of my favorite things to do is when people... Because, dude, people are, freaked out by electricity. People are so freaked out by electricity. People are so scared of working on it, around electricity, that one of my favorite things to do is I'm trying to find a cord. Trying to find a cord here or something. I love when people are like, oh, I don't know if it's turned off or not. Oh, here we go. I'll just use this. I like to take whatever cord is it's right there. And I like to take it and I go, oh, don't worry. Can you see it? I like to go, there you go. I kinked the energy. I kinked the current. It's not going through anymore. I kinked it. That's one of my favorite fucking things to do. Oh, Johnny Mo will never call plays again here or anywhere else in the NFL. His NFL career diminished to the title of offensive assistant. Rick, I think Johnny Mo needs to take his happy ass to the UFL. Gibbs looks like the dude from Mr. Good Burger. Take the good look at it. You'll see it. So Montgomery and Hibbs are from the movie Good Burger. Dude, what's up, Steve? How you doing, brother? Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Ha 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 ha. Who loves orange soda? Cal loves orange soda. I do. Who? I was raised on Good Burger, dude. I actually had, I didn't have, we would rent it, the Good Burger cassette, and it was orange, dude. Hell yeah, bro. To electricity, climbed a tree and slipped and grabbed the wires. Damn, Jay. That is brutal. Johnny Mo needs to get ready to learn a Chinese. Johnny Mo's screen need to go and learn a Chinese. He can go over there and coach a Chinese football. Tell him how to throw the football down vertically. No, don't throw the ball vertically. You throw the ball horizontally with the play field. No. Do not throw the ball downfield. No. We throw the ball along the line of scrimmage there. No. Vertical passing game. No. Our team is grounded. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Well, Mr. Detroit City, I'm hoping that our offense is very directional and not alternating with the current this game. Can we just have an NFL for the damn Jeremy. All right, dude, that's a little hot, bro. That's a little hot. I'm not going to read that, dude. No more time for gooseneck defect. You fucker. Dude, legit. So back in the day when I was doing low voltage, DJ Reader has been nominated for Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up, dude. You guys, so shifting gears, I am a big believer that, so the NFL puts all of this weight on the Man of the Year will run with minimal resistance. God damn, bro. He'll run with little resistance. Just make sure that his triangle of power is correct, right? When you put your dick in electricity, it feels so good. Jeremy, I used to, back in the day, when I was a kid, they came out with Glade, Glade's plugins, those plug it in. And we had one right in the outlet next to the toilet, right, when I was a kid. And I would sit there taking a shit, and I would wiggle the plug out a little bit so that the forks were exposed a little bit. And I would just sit there while I was taking a shit, and I would just touch the leads. I know, it's fucking weird, dude, but it explains a lot, doesn't it? Oh, you think the Lions are going to get destroyed by the Cowboys? Well, Jim J6Y2F. I'm guessing that's it's just something at the back end. Well, Jim, I appreciate your input, dude, but I'm going to hope that you're wrong, and I'm hoping that we're going to have third verse, same as the first, a repeat of last year, where we go ahead and beat the ever-living brakes off the Cowboys 47-9. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I hope the Cowboys don't Jesus Christ, Mr. Detroit City. If they trip, it's going to be their fault. Oh! Oh. Repaired molten aluminum furnaces for over 20 years, 480 volt electrical work, 1350 degree crucibles is a lot of fun. Damn. Brent, you worked in foundries, huh? Lions are 3-point faves. Detroit Sports Talk, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there always a little bit of speculation around the games that are between 1.5 and like a 3.5 point spread that it's like really it's too close to call most days? If the Cowboys score first, I'll audibly say, "Damn it, Jim." I might have been onto something. Yeah, shout out Jim. Brother, I don't know if that's just random letters or not, if it's supposed to mean something, but we're just going to call you Cowboy Jim. Cowboy Jim, dude, legit, if that happens, dude, I think we're all going to go, "Damn it, Jim!" Jim, so are you a guy that's in the chat, right? You know Riley, seems like. I'm right on, Mr. Detroit Sports Talk. I appreciate that, brother. I thought there was something about those like 1.5 to 3.5 point spread games. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like I hear a little bit about it, but I try not to fall too much into that hole. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right. Jim, if you're watching the game tonight, and like I'm gonna assume that if you're a Cowboys fan, I'm just gonna assume you're probably in warm weather, so you're one of those people that get to have like your window open during December. If you're just chilling there, American Boxer, you live down in Texas, you'll be able to hear it. If Dallas scores first, and you subtly hear off in the northeastern direction of the country just a collective, "Damn it, Jim!" you're gonna know. Gibbs can run, but he can't block or push through the line. Montgomery can pass protect, block, punch through the line. This actually opens up the pass game for Goff. American Boxer, Monty can block like a motherfucker. And shout out to my mom. And she's on to something, dude. My mom is really good at identifying offensive line talent. Super fucking weird, I know, but like legit, my mom is like got a really good eye for offensive line talent. I'm here to preach with her. Put Monty on the line, dude. Put Monty on the line, dude. Put him right there at the left guard spot. Okay, if the Lions lose, I get to... Well, I hope not. JMO, we trust. Wide receiver 1 tonight. Detroit Sports Talk, bro. Come on in, dude. Come on in, bro. I'm glad you're in my boat, dude. I am like so high on JMO right now, guys. I really think we've seen the evolution of Jameson Williams over this year. I was out on him the draft period last year. I was calling for us to trade Jahmyr Gibbs or Jameson Williams. I'm sorry. I was calling for us to trade Jameson Williams because I thought he was the biggest luxury piece in the NFL when you really put together all the pieces on the Detroit's offense. I was trying to get us to go up and get somebody, a defensive end. That never happened. We ended up extending JMO. Personally, I think JMO has changed his personality. He's a little bit more mature in his interviews. He is much more team-focused. And last game, guys, don't believe your lying eyes, but I watched Jameson Williams take on a leadership role, telling guys where to line up, telling them what to do, understanding the circumstances. It's on me now. It's on me. There's no Amon-Ra. There's no Sam Laporta. I am wide receiver 1. I am wide receiver 2. I'm probably wide receiver 3. It's all on JMO, and I hope JMO has just like an explosive game, dude. That's what I'm hoping. Once Montgomery wears the defense down, let Gibbs do his thing. Dude, American Boxer, bro, like, we say these things, and when we say it, it's just like, duh. Why aren't we doing it? It seems so simple. Just beat them into the dirt with Monty and then just blow them out of the water with Gibbs. Once they're tired and sucking wind, then let them go catch the 23-mile-an-hour running back. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Offering sports talk followed by telling people to shut the hell up. Is Skipper going to be tight end 1 tonight? Going to need GFCI to control our offense? Well, dude, hopefully our offense doesn't get controlled. I want to see Penei Sewell as wide receiver. Well, we've seen Penei play tight end before. Let him do some work. Hell yeah, dude. Well, Dan Campbell said that Penei Sewell is probably the best athlete on the team, dude. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing it at all. So, we talked about... Oh, I guess we did talk about all this, didn't we? Yeah, we talked about all this. I guess it's the end of the show. Huh. Oh, wait, no. We were going to talk about Amon-Ra. Whoopsie, forgot about this. So you guys know Amon-Ra's ankle's all fucked up. This is just talking, basically... This is fluff, guys. This is just fluff. This is all just fluff. Should St. Brown be inactive, J-Mo, 38 catches, 706 yards, and 6 touchdowns, would assume the wide receiver 1 role. Detroit will also be without wide receiver Khalif Raymond, who caught 15 balls this year, which puts him statistically as the team's number 3. Thusly, the opportunity could be there for rookie Tesla to make the leap. All right, so Detroit Sports Talk, you'd be able to confirm this probably quicker than I could. Raymond is out. Raymond is out, so we're without Raymond and St. Brown. So it's going to be J-Mo, Tesla, and TK85. Tom Kennedy. All day long watching TK85. I'm going to be doing one of these, and I'm going to be giving him one of these, and it's going to be Thumb Kennedy. Let's go Thumb Kennedy, dude. You doing a pregame show tonight, Brent? Yes, I am. We are Oh, shit, TK85 is over 26.5 yards? Dude, yes, that's a lock. That is 100% a lock. That is for sure. TK85 over 30 yards. Bet. Lock it down, boys. 100%. I don't feel comfortable with John Morton. He is just happy being part of Detroit Lions. He doesn't understand any strategy. You know, American Boxer, he doesn't understand strategy. He is in love with speed, right? He loves Gibbs and J-Mo, which is fine if you can use them. But I just never, honestly, guys, I think I was trying to convince myself that John Morton was the right fit, but he just never was. He just never was. He was just the wrong ingredient to the soup. I think we all kind of knew that, but I was trying to convince myself that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes knew more than everybody else. And it's not always going to work out, and this clearly didn't work out. This is, honestly, I view John Morton as Anthony Lynn 2.0, right? You learn from this, you move on, and don't make that mistake, right? Promote from within. You look at the success you had when you promoted from within with small PP, Benedict Arnold, Osama Ben Johnson, the trader in the Windy City. You know what I'm saying? Hank Fraley should have gotten the job. We all know that. And Hank Fraley should get the job if he's still willing to accept it and not take a job elsewhere after being, kind of disrespected by his staff, by the guys who kept him. Hank Fraley was here with the old staff, and they kept him on. I'm not saying that guys are deserving and you should just assume, but I really feel like John Morton just didn't quite fit the mold, and I was definitely trying to convince myself and subsequently trying to convince everybody else, look at the stats, look at the numbers, and then when we see the product out there, it's just a trash can product. I think we'll get hot and neutral. Jesus Christ. Mr. Detroit City, you are on a roll, dude. You are on a roll. I disagree, Jeremy. I'm a big fan of American Boxer. I like his takes a lot. They have big names, but their run D and overall D is bad. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mr. Detroit City, but they are getting a little bit better. Curb out, Leaf out, Brock Wright, and Shane Zylstra. Thanks, Detroit Sports Talk. I kind of figured it was a long shot for Shane to be ready to go, but I think we were kind of up in the air on Kirby because he was in practice on Monday with a knee brace, but not in practice on Tuesday. Watch Hank Fraley go to don't put that out there, Detroit Sports Talk. Remove the tackle from his last name. It'd be more fitting. Remove this. Johnny Moron. I love that, Rick. I love it. Both defenses have issues. Lions 34. You know what? I don't know, man. The knee brace is massive though on Kirby. Yeah, dude, that's what I was wondering. Was like when they said that Kirby had a knee brace on. Not to be like that guy, but he's not that like hulking of an individual. When I think of Kirby Joseph, I think of like a dancer. He's got like a dancer build. So I was like, damn, a knee brace on him's gonna look like Like someone put fucking Legos on his knees, dude. Like that's gonna look ridiculous. And that's just seeing it in my mind's eye. All I could think is RG3 with that big gaudy knee brace on, and then just ruining his career. That's all I could imagine, dude. The knee brace is massive, dude. That I'm glad that he's ticking upwards, though. You know, I would rather have him get surgery than dude. Detroit Sports Talk. That's what I've been saying, brother. Like, he borrowed one of Kelly Stafford's braces. Hey guys, shout out Legos. I like Legos, dude. I build Legos. Actually, been meaning to get around to it. Last year, it was either for my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember. Sorry, babe. Hat and Boobs got me a ship in a bottle Lego set where you can build the Lego. Because I was thinking about like getting into building models and maybe eventually get into like a ship in a bottle type level. I like building small, intricate things. Obviously, I really want to get into P80 Ghost builds, but those are fucking impossible to get kits for right now. So I was looking at getting into models and stuff. So she was like, "Why don't we try out like a Lego model and ship in a bottle?" I was like, "Bet, 100%." So it's just dope, and I just need to get around to it. I just need to figure it out. Dude, I was actually hitting people with the old 6'7" the other day. There was one of the managers, they were building a float for work, and she had her family up there helping paint, and one of her kids is like 14 years old. And I was talking to her one daughter's husband who's joining the service, and I was like, "That's fucking awesome." And I kept saying, "Dude, bro, dude, bro, dude, bro." And this girl, she goes, "Can you sound any more like a millennial? How many times can you say dude and bro in a sentence?" And I looked at her and I was like, "How old are you?" And she's like, 14. I was like, "Oh, you're one of them Zoomers." She goes, "I don't know what that is." I was like, "You're Gen Z." "Oh, hang on. I know how to communicate with you guys. Hang on." And I just like, 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". Did Jim J6Y2F go? Oh, yeah, I don't know where Jim went, dude. I think he's getting ready to hear us all go, "Damn it, Jim!" I like Cologne. He's game, but he can't hold the line all by himself. American Boxer, I actually think Cologne is better than Graham Glasgow, but that's not really saying much, dude. That must be a Michigan thing. I used to build hot rod models all the time. Dude, you know what it is, American Boxer? I bet that if you looked at it, like if you looked at the geographical breakdown of people who build models and stuff, it directly correlates to winter, how long winter is, because we have to find stuff to do. Like the other day, it was Sunday. There was there was football on, but there was no Lions game, right? So I didn't have to do a pregame show. There was snow, so I couldn't work in the yard. After church, I looked at Hat Boobs and I was like, so I have nothing to do. I don't have anything to fucking do. This is great. Ended up going into work and plowing, but you know, it is what it is. Damn it, Jim! Tired ass Cowboys fan. I like that name. May the best desperate team win tonight. Hell yeah, tired ass Cowboys fan. I like that. May the best desperate team win tonight. Hell yeah, dude. I like your name too, bro. That's a tired ass Cowboys fan. I've spent thousands over 18-year marriage on Harry Potter Legos. Wife. All right. Who's that? Mr. Figs. So you guys can't see it, but right over here to my right is a whole shelf of Department 56 Harry Potter stuff. Hat and Boobs used to be a huge Harry Potter fan, so we got a lot of Harry Potter stuff, dude. Leave the cologne in the medicine cabinet tonight. I hope so, Mr. Detroit City. I'm hoping he doesn't have to roll out there, but, you know, weird question. Do you wish Jerry Jones was our GM? Nope, I don't like Jerry Jones. I don't like Jerry Jones just because I don't know, man. He just seems greasy and oily to me. Like, he's a businessman. It's just, how's this, Detroit Sports Talk? Do I want Jerry? I guess we're gonna do a grandma wagon statement here. If I could get Jerry Jones' aggressiveness towards winning and put it in, like take that little bit of aggressiveness out of Jerry Jones with winning and like being moving at the trade deadline, and take that and just update Brad Holmes with it a little bit, I think we'd have a perfect GM. I think we'd have a perfect general manager if we could just software update Brad Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Just get a little update. Hang on, let me wait. Sorry, guys, I got a little. However, though, it's definitely a revenge game for us after y'all belt. Well, and tired ass Cowboys fan. Really though, it seems like it's such a tilt both ways. Like with the Cowboys, it's such a 6-7 tilt both ways. Because we took belt to ass to you guys last year, right? 47-9, but that was a revenge game for us because of the eligible receiver nonsense. It's always just this like back and forth. It not for nothing. Personally, I'm getting fucking tired of playing the Cowboys. Okay, I'm just tired of playing the Cowboys. But are the Cowboys and Lions building a low-key rivalry? Is there like a low-key rivalry kind of building up out here? Jones is conservative, but I hate the Cowboys. Yeah, I can't stand the Cowboys either, dude. Yeah, dude, Mr. Detroit City, I was wondering that, dude. 2001 Toyota Tundra, where you at, brother? That name was cracking me update. Brad Holmes. Yeah, dude, we just got to update Brad Holmes. We just got to he just needs to turn automatic updates on. He turned automatic updates off, and then he just forgets to update his software, dude. Less estrogen, more testosterone would fix Brad? Yes, that is what I'm saying. Maybe Dan needs to take Brad to whoever he's getting his TRT from. You know what I'm saying? Because Dan seems to have quite a bit. I mean, he's a pretty dudely dude. And Brad, I don't know, man. Maybe less sweater vests. Maybe more back in. Remember when he was wearing the villain shirt, dude? Let's get back into that. Let's get back into that aggressive Brad Holmes. I think Brad had a dick. It would help. Fair enough, dude. No more soy for you, boy. Hell yeah, dude. Brad Holmes has a contract extension with the Lions through 27th season, along with head coach Dan Campbell. Had too much testosterone. Was getting to his head. He had too much testosterone. I don't know if that's possible, Jeremy. I don't know if that's possible. Well, guys, we got a little chat and beard here at the end of it. Kind of filled the show out, but I think that seems to be the trend that we are hitting pretty regularly here. I'm not going to lie, guys. It seemed to be pretty regular thing. I remember 1982 when the Detroit Lions won against the Cowboys with a last-minute field goal with 12 men on the field. Stop going for it on fourth down. That fourth down argument is valid, but also invalid. It's valid. Are you going to Detroit Sports Talk? I will not be live for the game. I don't do play-by-plays for the game, but I will be doing our pregame show like normal, dude, from 6 to 7 tonight. Jesus Christ, 6, 7, yeah. But yeah, from like 6 to 7, 7:30ish. Hat and Boobs is making us we seen this video. There's this couple that makes cooking content, and it's this cute little Italian chick and this Gomer Pyle ass looking gingery bastard. And she made these it was like buffalo dip, buffalo chicken dip, like mozzarella, like fried sticks of buffalo chicken. We're doing that, and I'm very excited about that tonight. I'll tap in with you after the game if you go live, win, lose, or draw. Hey, tired ass Cowboys fan, brother. I appreciate that, dude. I will not be live tonight after the game. But I will be live tomorrow morning. I don't tend to do it post-game shows, typically because I drink a little too much, and then I get a little loose-lipped, you know what I'm saying? And if I were to go live, I'd basically be annexed to Kick. Can you plug Herman Moore's new venture? Yes, dude, yes. Mr. Detroit City, can you just shout out Herman? You said it the other day, brother. Big Play Detroit. That's right. All right, Big Play Detroit. Big Play Detroit. Herman Moore. Boom. Big Play Detroit. Let's go. Boom. Guys, go subscribe. Go subscribe to Big Play Detroit right here. Let's go, guys. Come on. Shout out Herman Moore. Lions legend there. Link in the chat. Going further down. Won us a few games last season. They cost us a couple games this season. Take the good with. But Rick, you get it, bro. You get my argument, brother. It is It is the fourth down stuff is such a grandma wagon argument, dude. It is such a grandma wagon argument. Well, if he didn't go for it so many times, we could have won. Yeah, well, if he didn't go for it so many times, we could have lost. If, then grandma wagon. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Brandy? I didn't know you were here hanging out. How you doing? 6'7". Boop. All right, guys. So make sure you go to subscribe right now. Go subscribe right now. Big Play Detroit, 235. It's going to refresh, seeing if you guys are actually doing it or not. 237. That's good enough for me, guys. We are actually doing it. Look at you guys go. I'll block you. Fair enough. You guys know my take on the 6'7". You couldn't 6'7" if we didn't 69. Let's go, everybody. All right, guys, we're going to end on that note today. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been Attentive Audience. Make sure you got your notifications turned on. We'll be live later tonight at 6 o'clock for our pregame show, Digital Tailgate. You guys stay out of trouble. We will be right back here in a little bit later, okay? So I've been Hat and Beard. You've been Attentive Audience. Until then, bonga bonga. Frig off.